We sent the letter.
Yes.
We don't know if it will get through.
Well, what good it'll do if it does. I know. We're on our own and at the end of our time. Well, there's still a power in Andromeda. Tell the nurse to bring her in.
The girl now?
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Use her as an ally.
She won't. Anyway, she's too weak.
She'll have to try. She's the only hope we've got against this sort of death. If the computer at Thorness made a bacterium, there must be an antibacterium. That's what I've been thinking, Madeline. It's pretty straightforward, isn't it?
But impossible.
Why? There must be an inversion of the first bug that'll act in the opposite direction.
Do you know of one?
The computer must.
It's not the same computer.
No, but it managed to reconstruct the formula from the original one.
We did. We made it work through to it.
Then we can make it work through to an antidote. At least she can.
She should not be here.
All right, leave her.
Please, just stand here.
What more do you want from me?
We need another formula from the computer.
What sort of formula?
Another bacterium. Or perhaps a virus. It'll have to kill the first one off and then work in the opposite direction.
And it must be faster than the first one.
Could there be such a thing?
There's always a negative for every positive and vice versa.
It'll be another very tricky piece of biosynthesis of making life.
What we need is an inverted formula from which to work. Look, for heaven's sake, try to understand.
But why do
For
you...
heaven's sake!
Oh, John.
Look, the present bacterium is absorbing nitrogen into the sea, yes? At an increasing rate as their numbers grow. Very soon the air will become so hopelessly thinned out that we will not be able to breathe.
It is not true.
Oh, for heaven's sake, get her out of here.
Look,
the only way we can prevent it is to wipe it out quickly, and we can only do that by breeding a similar hostile organism on a greater scale. We only need one small bug to start with.
London. Here is a government announcement. Evacuation areas. Pennines, Bakewell to Doncaster. Welsh Mountain Districts, Plinlimmon to Snowdon. Scottish Highlands, Oban to Argyll. Evacuation arrangements will be announced this evening from number 10 Downing Street.
Oh. We're waiting for the Minister of Science. He's with the PM.
I see. All right.
Have you heard? The Russians seem to think it's the effects of a comet.
Well, I don't.
Oh, it's easier sitting in it. I had my wife sent back to Canada.
Huh?
Oh, I don't know. It's safer there somehow, more restful. You know, if I hadn't been trained to divorce the weather from the supernatural, I'd... Oh, Master.
The PM wants the weather research to remain in your hands. He's fully aware of the urgency.
So he should be.
So we'll go on giving you all the help you want. He'll see us right with the Treasury and everyone.
Who do we work through?
Why, me. It can still be done by my ministry. Osmond knows the ropes.
Oh, you people managed to be constitutional in the face of crisis.
We're tired, Professor Nielsen. We're practically on our knees. We can only do our best.
I'm sorry.
There's no power over half the country. The rest of it's underwater or snowed up or blown down. People are dying faster than we can bury them.
Yes, I know, but I can't help that.
So if you could give us some sort of forecast, something to plan by.
Might not want to know. Excuse me.
What is it, Charlie?
Something urgent for Mr. Osborne.
Oh, that's me.
Oh, it's out here.
Thank you.
The Minister of Science's car, please.
What is it?
It's from Mazarin. From Madeleine Donny.
Can you get me there?
I can't follow them anymore.
There, I've got you. You'll be all right.
Take me away from it. I can't concentrate anymore. I don't want to die.
Nor does any of us. But we all will unless some miracle starts sucking the air back out of the sea.
Shall we all be together? I'll die alone.
Everybody dies alone, don't kid yourself.
No, I'm being killed by something that is wrong inside me. Don't touch me.
Wait a minute.
It's time for her rest.
Never mind. Why does Gamble never come back to the computer?
There's no need. She's seen the message.
Only a bit of it.
All she could understand.
If you made her come back here again.
I couldn't.
Well, you made her before.
It was the logic that brought her, not me.
If I bring her.
It would be no good. She's been filled with the purpose of it and set on a path. She won't turn back now.
Look, unless you show her.
I can show her nothing. I can hardly read it myself anymore. You had your chance.
Sie kommen jetzt. Ausweise. Ausweise.
قول لي يعني انا بشرب الثاني بعدين بعد. كيف الصح يا استاذ؟
Where is that? You.
Assalamu alaikum.
Who is this?
Second navigator.
What do you need, second navigator?
For route familiarization, we have to fly low nowadays. There's no pressure up top.
Ausweise. Your papers, please.
He cannot bring him here. It is not safe.
Where else can he go?
Your cousin must find somewhere. I am watched. We are all watched.
We have started. How can we go back then?
It is not safe here. Where is Mama?
She is resting. She went up the hill and it was too much for her. She said there was no air.
That is an exaggeration. All the same, she should not go up.
What is to become of us?
I wish I could... They're here.
Yusuf!
ازيك يا لمكة؟
يوسف ازيك؟
Saida Yusuf.
السلام عليكم.
Saida.
Abu.
My name is Nielsen.
Nielsen? Then he must stay.
These are isobars, lines of equal pressure. The pressure is lower on this side of this one, for instance. You understand? No. You speak English?
Yes.
The wind has been blowing hard.
Yesterday?
It is hard to breathe.
Aha. High up, yes.
Madeline, a word with you outside.
Yeah.
What was it, sir?
I'm a Famish, Effendi.
You speak English?
A little, Effendi.
Where's Professor Donay?
She has gone out, Effendi.
Where?
With Fleming, Effendi. Effendi.
To where have they gone?
Not know, Effendi.
It is making sense, is it?
I don't know.
The wind has stopped. It is calm now. Perhaps...
It's no use clutching at straws, Abduzeki. It goes on, it spreads, and the air gets thinner. Will you leave us for a moment, please? Where is Dr. Fleming?
At my house with Professors Dorney and Nielsen.
Nielsen?
The father of Jan, who built this. He came secretly from London. They go at night to see him.
Why?
It is very dangerous. Already the guard has told Kaufmann they are not here.
What does he say it's like in London?
Very bad. All over Europe. But please do not tell. It is not safe. Andromeda!
These are most of the figures for the DNA helix.
For the antibacterium.
If I can get the components.
And all these were done by the girl, Jan's computer.
You know, I can't help but thinking.
What would have happened if he'd stayed?
Well, they killed him in cold blood in front of our eyes.
I know.
If I could only find out who.
I know who. One of Kaufmann's men. I saw him. He tried to get Osborne.
It was quick anyway, which is more than ours will be unless this works. We're still waiting for more from the computer. From the girl.
How is she?
Oh, there's some constituent lacking in her blood, something that wasn't allowed for.
She couldn't pull out anything like this for herself?
There wasn't time. She would have done, but... Well, she elected to do this.
It's a hard thing to have in your hands.
Yes.
Do you want to take our copies?
Oh, no. There's too much of it. I'd rather take out a single file of a living thing if she can find it for you and you can make it.
You may have to wait.
I don't mind. But you haven't got long. It's not bad here yet, but it will be.
Listen.
They're coming.
Who?
Soldiers.
Here, hide these. Your husband can bring them in with him in the morning.
In here.
Go on, we'll be all right.
Come away from there.
Stay this way. Abbiamo time.
Nel inglese.
Anna,
Nell'inglese. E non come gatto.
they've come for you and Dr. Fleming.
Why?
Never mind why. We can't argue with them. Tell them we'll come.
Please again.
Thank you. Goodbye.
I hope that
Everything will be all right.
Have to find a safer place for him.
Yes. My cousin will think of something.
Thanks.
All right, get back to her. What were they doing at your house?
They were going to visit.
Why?
They are friends. We like them home. It is a change for them.
Now, what's all this about?
What were you doing outside without permission?
Permission from who?
You're not supposed to be without escort.
Now
you
listen,
know that.
Kaufmann.
They sent for you because it was urgent.
What was?
Andromeda. She has collapsed. Where? Here, in the sensory bay. She was working and...
How bad is she?
Very weak.
You can carry on without her. Look, we've given you a lot of freedom.
All right, all right.
I am only
all
trying...
All right, you have your job to do. Was there anything more from the computer before she collapsed?
Yes. This.
You'll be more carefully watched in the future.
Please.
Andre. I should have been here.
I've done what you wanted. Professor Dorney will have all she will need now.
I should have been with you.
I'm finished.
No, you're not.
I always said I'd do what you wanted.
It's a bit late.
You wouldn't trust me.
Oh, we've got a trick or two left here.
What does that mean?
Nielsen made me realize what I ought to be doing. What you ought.
You'll be all right here.
It's too high up.
Besides, you can breathe. See, there's no wind here. The air is trapped in the valley. It's quite good. It's dry inside and not too bad to be in.
You will be safe up here, and I will bring you food.
And news, I hope.
We will do what we can.
I'm sure you will.
Your son was very good to us. We liked him.
Did he ever come up here?
I don't think so.
You'll have to watch out for snakes. Maybe some bats. Otherwise, it's quite good. Are you coming to see?
I can't wait.
Those.
It's another formula from the computer.
To do with the bacterium?
No, Andromeda.
No, who programmed it?
She did, I made her. It's a progression of figures that's supposed to deal with the missing chemical constituent in her blood. Lord knows if it does.
You want to use it on her?
When we've got it out into chemical terms, yeah.
Take weeks of work.
Yes, I know.
But I've got all this, John.
Which she gave us.
Now, look, let's get this straight. First of all, you were against me making her. Then you wanted to kill the experiment when once she was made. Then you wanted her kept away from the computer. And now...
I wanted to live.
And the rest of us...
Well, surely we can do both.
How many of me are there, John? My energy is going and I'm tired and I've got the whole world on my shoulders.
She needn't have helped us if she hadn't wanted to. Oh, Madeline, I may have been wrong about her. Whatever's out there may be evil, but she isn't. She's the only link we have with it. If we succeed now...
If you think I don't realize? You think I wouldn't help her if I could? But there are millions of us, John, and we're all in the balance. We don't even know if this thing's going to work.
You'll have to talk to Gamboul. Now, if we could make Gamboul listen to us, it'd have to be you, Madeline. She won't see me, and she doesn't trust Abuzeki any longer.
What good can she do?
Well, if you could persuade her to give us freedom and help with what we've got here, there may be some hope.
I don't know. Listen to that.
How shall we die?
In various ways.
How?
It'll be like the top of Everest. As the pressure falls, it grows increasingly more difficult to absorb oxygen into our blood. We become sluggish. We breathe more and more shallowly, and in the end we pass out.
That was not the meaning. It was not meant to happen.
Who can possibly say what was meant to happen? Neither you nor the computer nor any brain in Andromeda. Events make their own meaning, and that's all there is.
But when I could see the message, I could see straight into it. It was not about this. It was all quite clear and logical. I cannot remember what I saw except that there was desolation and power as well. All I remember is that there was a reason for what I had to do. Only this is too soon.
What did you have to do? What did you think you had to do?
Govern. Everybody knows really what has to be done if men are to go on, but nobody will make the effort of will to do it. A few have tried, but they have all failed.
Hitler? Napoleon?
They did not have the brain from out there. But first one needs complete authority. So long as the human race lives and reproduces and works and struggles by instinct, it will go on being an animal. That is what it tells us. We need to sacrifice everything we hold dear. But not now. We are not ready yet.
How much power have you?
Enough here. But this is only an enclave, a beginning.
Or an end.
We must not tell people that. It would only cause panic.
Don't you think there'll be panic enough anyway? When the whole world is swept by storms, and the refugees pour down from the hills and the crops wither, don't you think there'll be panic and bloodshed and every kind of anarchy?
It will not come to that.
You don't think so? When everything you've taken for granted fails, without reason, without warning, there's no light when you turn on the switch, the telephone is dead, there's no food in the shops, no petrol in the garages, no news, no television, no wireless, nothing. Only people dying round you, and silence falling, and your own breath harder to come by all the time.
What do you want?
Some sanity.
What you call sanity.
It may be possible, not very likely, but it may just be possible we may be able to save the atmosphere. We're trying. The girl Andromeda is trying to get another formula from the computer which we can synthesize. But I need more help and more equipment. That's what I want. If we can make it in large enough quantities, then we can pour it into the sea all over the world.
How can we?
It'll be like making a serum. And once you've a start, then you can go on mass producing it on whatever scale you like. It only needs organization.
And what will it do?
Once it's established itself in the sea, it'll go on breeding faster than the other, perhaps. And perhaps in time, it'll overcome it. Well, that's Dr. Fleming's idea, and it's the only hope we have.
And we shall do that ourselves?
You will supply batches to other governments so that they can work on it simultaneously.
No.
But it's our only chance.
No. We will do it ourselves.
But you can't.
We will do it through intel. It will give us the power we need.
Where is that?
Atlantic coast, sir.
Most of this is UK and Western Europe, Prime Minister.
All right, that's enough. Turn the lights on, would you? Oh, shove those on my desk, Charlie.
Well, sir, do we release them?
Why not? People have got to see. They know anyhow. Any news of Professor Nielsen?
Not yet, sir.
The Minister of Science, nothing?
Well, we've had another report through from Dorney.
What does she say?
Well, it's a chemical thing, sir. Or rather, it's biochemical. Something organic that was put out by the Thorness computer. She's quite sure of that.
Is she doing anything?
Well, her hands are very much tied. She's doing what she can. We're hoping that she may be able to give Nielsen a lead.
Which we can follow here.
Any work would probably have to be done by them, sir.
Why?
Because they have the computer.
Oh, thank you, Charlie.
We've suspected for some time, sir.
Yeah. Yes, I know. And Fleming and Andromeda, as you call her?
Yes, they're both there.
I see. Well, we had reckoned on that. Have we any hope in getting them out?
No, sir.
Dorney confirms all the Azaran defense claims.
Can we appeal in any way?
I don't know, sir.
Well, we'll have to try, shan't we?
They are broadcasting it through the long-wave transmitter in Cyprus, in English and Arabic. We are jamming it.
This is British Radio. This is London calling the government and people of Azaran. We need your help. The continent of Europe has been devastated and the whole world is threatened by a series of climatic disturbances which have already begun to reach your own shores. The air we breathe is being stripped away from us, and a large part of it is being sucked into the sea. Within the next few weeks, millions will die unless by some enormous effort it can be arrested. Thousands are dying now, and many thousands more have already died by flood and hurricane. This country itself has been badly hit. 3/4 of the country of Holland is flooded. Venice has been largely destroyed by a tidal wave. The cities of Rouen, Hamburg, Dusseldorf, and Marseille no longer exist. And at this moment, great storms are raging over the western half of the northern hemisphere.
That is where we started jamming it. How do they know? We are meant to have good security service.
We have done our best.
Not that is matters now. As soon as we have your new state of bacterium, we will use it.
You will answer this?
When we are ready, we will make it available on our own terms.
And meanwhile?
Meanwhile, the rest of the world will have to wait.
And die?
If necessary.
You think, Fräulein, you can manage what nobody else can?
Yes. We will give Professor Dorney whatever she needs, and to ease any luck, we'll have a new commodity with which to bargain. What is that?
Dusseldorf was my home.
I know what has to be done.
And you do not care. And you think other people are not caring.
We are not other people, Herr Kaufmann.
It's clearing.
That is with the antibacterium?
Yes. It's been in an hour. Look, you can see the free nitrogen bubbling out of the water. The pressure's going up. We've broken it, Abuzeki.
You've broken it in a tank.
Oh, the rest is simply mechanics producing on a large enough scale.
If you have enough time.
Yes, I could do with time. Now we must start checking different growth rates. I want to try different batches at different water temperatures. They can start planning production. It works, Abuzeki, it works!
Vienna, priority. We are producing the maximum possible amount of antibacteria under laboratory conditions. But we need bulk chemical supplies for factory output of DNA phosphate components to be shipped immediately, in the hope of alleviating, in the first place, local conditions.
All we can do is use existing oil installations, new ones which have not yet started production. We shall need all their tank capacity as breeding grounds. We can then pump many millions of gallons of solution containing the new bacteria into the sea by means of all the pipelines you can possibly lay.
Thank you, but have you anything else? No news?
No.
Oh, this is madness if I could only get away.
The wind is rising again.
Here, let me help you with these. You cannot leave yet. My cousin will tell you when.
Of course the wind is rising again. It's bound to. They're doing it themselves. If I could only get hold of one batch, just one.
They watch them all the time.
While I stay here and run?
My cousin will tell you when it is safe.
I've been careful. What's...
I feel drunk. I do feel light in the head.
Of course you do. It's the oxygen in your blood, the air in your lungs. Do you understand what's happening here? Well, they're putting antibacteria back in the sea here, just here, nowhere else. And that releases nitrogen into the air. Millions and millions of cubic feet of it a day. It creates a cone of high pressure here while everywhere else the atmospheric pressure is low. And all it'll do is rush out and dissipate itself in storms and create a vortex, breed hurricanes and destroy us all. It can't be done, is it, dear?
No. It's Mademoiselle Gamboa. They have to do what she says.
If I could only get hold of one file, one single file, something to breed from in other places, some sort of plan.
I don't know why your cell doesn't come.
Take her out.
Ja,
Oh, Balak, ja, gaan zie je. Vamos met dat weg.
Now, you will talk to us. Who have you brought into the country? Who have you brought?
Nielsen,
Nielsen?
the father.
Why have you brought him?
To...
Where is he?
Is that...
Yes?
Is that the temple of...
No. We will have more.
Blowing a hurricane outside. We're really in for it this time.
Have they made the antibacterium?
Yeah, I don't know what hope they have. I don't know what hope you have either. I'm doing my best, you know that? If we can't stop everything else from packing up, it won't make much difference. Look, I want you to do one more thing.
What?
See Gamboa.
How can I?
You set her on one course, you can set her off it.
I can't. It's gone too far.
Why do I have to come here?
To see her, she's dying.
So are many people.
Look, how much blood do you want on your hands?
Why do I have to come here? I know what has to be done.
Tell her.
You must not listen to the computer. You must listen to me.
To you?
The computer was wrong. It didn't know about this.
You don't think so?
I know.
She's raving simply. She's going to her particular heaven.
Look, there's nothing mystical about this.
Nova, she's dying, as you say.
She's not dying because her job's over, but because of a chemical deficiency in her blood which we can make good. The last thing she did with the computer was to arrive at a formula.
What do you want me to do, Dr. Fleming? Stop the world for you?
It'll die on you and you'll die with it.
Is that what Professor Dorney thinks?
Yes.
Why does she work for me?
You give her no option. If you did as she said, as we all want, then you might stand a chance of surviving. We all might. But you've got to throw it open. This thing has got to be done on a vast scale, simultaneously, all over the world. At the same time, Dorney could be released.
I cannot save her. She's not important. The power and the knowledge are in my hands now. Did you see the whirlwind? I drove very close to it. You have to drive soon. You will come back with me. That one is finished.
And so are you.
I'm not interested in your theories. You are always wrong. You could have come with me, and we could have ruled the world.
I'm not phoning Vienna.
What?
I'm not phoning Vienna.
Why not?
Because you can't bargain with this. There are some things you can do a deal in and some you can't. This you can't.
You are afraid, aren't you? You are afraid to follow me. Look.
I've been out there.
Do you call it a whirlwind or a tornado? It is coming this way.
Reports of everything you've done for the past month have been smuggled out of the country.
How?
There's a man waiting now to take a bacterium specimen to London.
Where will you stop him?
I shan't.
They are all afraid to follow me.
I'm not sane. You'll lead us all to destruction.
You little man.
It is London you must phone, not Vienna.
Oh, nobody come. That is what matters. It is what I saw. Come. It will not touch us. Come.
Hello? Could you please try to make me a call to London?